7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello guys, it is time for the Bushcraft show.
Wow, that's loud. Whoops. There we go. Hello. Welcome to the last live of September. We did have Jeff up here for a little bit and his power went out. So we probably won't have Jeff up here tonight. We'll have to see how his power goes. He said if he gets the power back, he'll come back up, but yeah. It's raining pretty good where he's at, and a little bit of wind. Wasn't too bad though. Hey Nate, how's it going? We got Dana, Lake Fairies in here, Shift Kicker, Be Charming. Who else? Lisa. I think that's about it. Not too many tonight. Oh, yeah. I was sitting there watching the hurricane that's actually in South Carolina right now. And they did say it was a 2 at one time, and then it dropped back down to a 1 real quick. So it's probably on the borderline. But right now it's like it's probably good 50 to 100 miles inland now. But I did see Myrtle Beach. Myrtle Beach was pretty much Myrtle Cove. It's pretty well flooded. Hey Tony, how's it going? Cabin in the Woods. Yeah, the right now the max wind speed is 63, max gust is 75, and it's only moving 5 miles an hour. So as long as that thing's going to be going, it's dumping water like crazy. That's the dangerous ones. It's not so much the wind and everything, it's that the dumping of the water. Here, I guess I can share this real quick. Did I get it on there? There we go. There's full screen. Let me zoom out so you can get a good eye on it. I mean, if you sit there and track this thing from when it started, that's a long, and as slow as that thing was, that is a long hurricane. And this one is projected to be a 2 in this location, and it's going to start slowing down. And this one right here is going to hit Mexico. You might get some rain up in Texas, New Mexico, and Arizona, but that's about it over there. But it looks like it may die out over in here. But it's going to be going through North Carolina and whatnot. Yeah. Hey, Ginger Ninja, how you doing? Yeah, I told him don't worry about it. He said he didn't want to use his phone just in case, because he wanted to keep the charge on his phone and stuff, which is good. and he said he'll catch back up here later. Hopefully it dies down, but I don't expect it will for a bit. But I guess I can share this one thing. I thought this was pretty funny. Nope, not that. Dang it. Share video file. Now, I'll probably get in trouble for playing this, but I thought it was funny.
Joy Behar went after Florida Governor Ron DeSantis spewing more venom than a bulimic rattlesnake.
Ew. This is the quote from Governor DeSantis about climate change. Quote, I am not in the pews of the church of the global warming leftists. This is what he thinks about climate change. And now his state is getting hit with one of the worst hurricanes that will ever see.
But she should know, does anyone remember that time when she got carried away by Hurricane Sandy? Take a look. Thank you.
Sorry, I had to. I thought that was funny. Hey, Lewis. So weird to look at a planet on the flat on the map. I don't know. Yeah, I thought that was a funny one. Did you hear that Reese cups are going to be changing? They have Reese cereal. Well, they're going to be putting the Reese cereal inside the Reese cups. And they're going to pass it off as breakfast. Since it has cereal in there, it's breakfast evidently. Their breakfast bar. It looks like a regular Reese, but it's thicker and it's got the Reese cereal in it. Yeah, I thought that was very odd. Other than that, yeah, that's what I thought. It's I don't know. I mean, I've got the cereal when the kids were here and stuff, and I thought it was too sweet by itself. The Reese's cereal, but putting it in a Reese, nah. Of course, I haven't had any candy for a good while. But I did find out an interesting thing here not too long ago. I was watching a study on the shelf life of some things that you get in the store, like canned food. A lot of canned food, they say you can eat it past 2 years past its expiration date, which that was fruits and vegetables. I would probably say yes, except for like tomatoes, because tomatoes are high acid. So, because even tomatoes, if you open the can, they have a different type of seal on the inside of the can. It's because they're so acidic. And they were going over some of the other stuff, and dark chocolate. This means real good dark chocolate. Guess how long dark chocolate will last past its sell date? Sell by date. See if anybody knows how long dark chocolate lasts. I'll wait a few minutes here. But I was surprised by dark chocolate. 6 months. We got 3 months, 10 years. We got 2 years. And the answer is 4 years. 4 years dark chocolate will last until it goes bad. 4 years. And I was like, really, dark chocolate? Because I figured, there has to be some dairy in there or something like that would go bad. But yeah, it's 4 years, and I was really surprised dark chocolate lasts that long. So I was sitting there thinking, you get them in the little chips or something, that'd probably be something good to hold back on. But then again, like I said, there was this month, September, I said there's a shortage on chocolate, and instead of buying some to put back, the best thing to do is cocoa, because you can store cocoa for a good long while. Because nowadays it all comes in the little plastic tubs. I think I would actually put it in a Mylar bag if I was going to store it for a long period of time. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's exactly what I thought. And the dairy would be in it too. But evidently it's got something in it that it lasts a long time. And everybody knows when because now they honey has a sell by date on it now. They have to put a sell by date on honey, and everybody knows honey doesn't spoil unless you put something in it or it gets wet or something like that. But yeah, but I thought that was really interesting. And a lot of people don't know that water doesn't have an expiration date. The only reason water will go bad or it's because of man not preserving it right or something like that. But basically water will not go bad. It will go stale because you can actually taste really old water that's been preserved right and everything. You go to drinking it, you can actually taste it stale. And one of the ways to get rid of the staleness is blow water in it or shake it, get air moving around in it. But because a lot of preppers and stuff say that water will only last so often, and it's the reason why is because majority of the time it's the container it's in or it's where it's stored. Because I've seen what was that Doomsday Prepper, and in Doomsday Prepper there's this one guy that had a bunker, and he had all this big water supply, and I seen his water supply, and it was all on a concrete floor and not up on wood or anything like that. So all his water would have gone bad because the chemicals in the cement would go through the plastic and contaminate his water. And that's one of the things I was surprised, because at the very end they judge them for how good of preppers they are or whatnot. And that was one of the things that really surprised me, was they didn't say anything about him storing his water on the concrete like that, plastic jugs. They said, "Oh, you got a nice supply of water. You get so many points for that." And I'm like, "No, that's not right." Processes honey for stores. There's honey from all over the world mixed together and packaged. You get, yeah. And everybody knows that honey, the best honey to get is local honey because it's in your area. So when you eat the honey, it's good for fighting the allergies and stuff that's in your area. But there, a lot of times you have to watch the honey you get, because like Beach Army is saying, it comes from all over. There's different types of honey that there's the clover honey and different, there's the wild honey and stuff like that. China, the honey that comes from China is not just honey. They mix other things in it to get it to make more of it, cheaply made of it. And you have to watch out for the honey you get from China, which pretty much everything you get from China is the bare minimum, or they mix stuff with it. Just like garlic. A lot of garlic comes from China, and the garlic that comes from it, they put growth hormones in it and stuff to make it grow faster. And it's very bad. So if you're making anything with garlic from China, I would advise against it. Yeah, I used to have one around here, which really sucks, because their prices was a lot cheaper than going to the store and getting it. But our farmers market is no produce anymore. It's all they sell stuff. It's like arts and crafts, and it's a craft show anymore. You go there and there's no farmers market stuff. Every once in a while you get somebody that bakes bread and stuff, but yeah, we used to have a person down there that would sell eggs. We used to have somebody that did you could order a half a cow, a quarter cow, or whatnot, and it came out to like $3. This was last year. It came up to like $3 a pound for a cow, and they're gone this year. The eggs are gone. All the produce. Every once in a while you'll see like maybe one person show up and they'll have like tomatoes or cucumbers or something like that, but it's not like it used to be around here. Yeah, that's good. I mean, that's why I like the farmers market, but nowadays you just don't see it. Well, at mine, here in my area. I'll put it that way. Your alarm sound like my heart monitor keeps going off. I did find a trick though. It's probably not a good thing, but at least while I'm doing my live, you because it says, oh, we can't read the monitor. We can't read the monitor. So you have to click it and say, okay, you can't read the monitor. And then it shows another picture that tells you what to do. You're supposed to rub it and all this stuff. If you keep it on there, the alarm doesn't go off anymore. So that's what I do. Because I was sticking it under the mattress, but I could still hear the dang thing. The best way to store flour, which I'll probably be doing some videos here in the future. The best way, well, I would say there's two ways of doing it. One way, the first thing you want to do, you want to stick it in the freezer. Depending how big the bag is, if it's just like a 5-pound bag of flour, put it in there and then leave it in there for 24 to 48 hours. That kills off any eggs, because believe it or not, there's going to be eggs in there from larvae and stuff like that. You put it in there, and then you remove it and you set it. I usually, the little racks that you put your cookies on or your bread or something to let it cool off on the counter. Well, I usually put my containers, like the 5-pound bag of flour, on that, and then let it come up to room temperature. Because if you like put it on the counter, condensation and stuff can get in there, and then you got a mess. So I kind of put where air can get underneath of it and let it come to room temperature. And then you can put it in jars. Make sure the mason jars are all sterile and everything. You've cleaned them out, boiled them and whatnot. Same thing with the lids. And use a food saver to vacuum out the air. If you don't have that process, you can use Marlar bags. And I know Amazon's going through a thing right now to where they can't sell Marlar bags that don't have a window in them, which to me is, you might as well use a Ziploc bag, because it's the same thing. The purpose of a Marlar bag is to keep the sun out, light. So what I do is make sure you have a Marlar bag that it doesn't have the windows in it. It's all shaded. And you put an oxygen absorber if you don't have a vacuum sealer, and seal it up good, and keep it in a dry, room temperature ish area. And that's the best way. The two ways of doing it. You keep losing internet. Yeah, I lost internet a couple days ago, and it's been pretty good since then. But yeah. Yeah, but those are pretty much the only two ways that I would say to store flour. Because yeah, I don't. You could if you didn't have either one of those. just cool, dry place, put it in a bucket or something. But make sure if it's in a bucket that it's not set on concrete on your cement floors or anything, because that has the chemical in there that eats plastic. And once your seal goes in that, then yeah, that's how I store. I have the 5-gallon water bottles that you know, the office water bottle things that you get water out of and stuff. I go down to Walmart, and the first one you can buy, it's I think $13, almost $14, and you can keep the jug, so you can refill it when you're done using it, and you can go to Amazon and get the lids that go on top of them and store them. But again, don't put it on cement floors. Or I have skids that are didn't have. You have to make sure the skids don't have any chemicals on it or treated. And I store my water on those. That way they're not touching anything. They get plenty of air underneath. Keep them a little away from the walls and stuff, and that's good. Yeah, buckets are really good, especially if you can get them free. Some stores, we used to have an IGA here that would get like potato salad and salads and stuff like that with in the 5-gallon buckets, and you used to be able to go ask them if they had any that you could have, and they would give them to you. You just clean them out, and you can use them for storing your preps and stuff in, because you can seal them up. Yeah, just put your Mylar bags in there. And Roll King, they got heavy duty buckets, and they're square, and then they have lids to where you can actually put locks on them, and they're like $10. I think they're cheaper than that now. I think they're like $8 now. Which are really good for storing stuff in, and they're food grade. And like I said, they're not round, they're square, and to me, they seem like it, even though it's the same amount, you can fit more in them than a round one for some reason. Hey, Trust sneaking in here. Yeah, I did see that. Where was it at? Let me see if I can find it now. Yeah, if you guys came across and watched the video I did today, I got a lot of projected price increases on holiday stuff that's coming. And I thought it was going to be like 5% or 12% at the most, but some of the things were 26%, 33%. Eggs are going up 33%. 33%. That's I never thought it would be going up that much. Hey, Lake.
Hi. We're eating dinner, and then Bigfoot went to get on, and Miss Allie needed help with geometry. So I can't do I'm not doing the geometry. She knows who to call. So he tried getting on. We lost internet, and it's like, what's going on?
Yeah, that's why I'm glad I had smart kids, because the smart ones would help the younger ones.
You should see the look she's giving you right now from across.
I'm not saying she's dumb. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying the older ones that knew the geometry and all that stuff would help the younger ones.
The look on your face.
Is she gonna hate me now?
Oh boy. He knows you're smart.
Yeah, my one son, he actually went and done all the like geometry and stuff. He always wanted to do the college courses and all that crap, and I'm like, I'm not going to be helping you with that.
She takes college courses as well, but tonight there was just something like, so far so good. This is the first time she's asked for help, so like, bam, he's done, you know.
And the thing is, it's different. They have a different way of figuring out their problems and stuff now, because I actually got in trouble from a few teachers because I would do it in my head, and then because now you have to mark it all down in little rows and
show your work. You had to show your work, right?
Yeah, and I'm like, I can't do that though.
I know. Like my brain down. Like your brain couldn't slow down to comprehend. Like, no, I got to do it in my head. And I got bad grades that year because I could not show my work. And you had to like do the little line where it said carry the one and do this and do that. And like you said, you had to show everything out. Or like when you were writing an equation with the 4bx squared, this, that, the other thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I used to. Well, I still do have issues reading because my brain reads before I read it, and it'll actually see words that are not there, and I'll read it way ahead of time, and then I'll have to stop and slow down and go back and look at it again.
I do the same thing,
and
that's weird.
That you know what that's a sign of you're a genius.
I'm not a genius, man. I'm not a genius.
Well, there's different because I've done the IQ test and I scored 168, and that's considered a genius.
I don't think I've ever done an IQ test.
Well, technically I was 162, but they said I was cheating, so I took it again and I got 168. So I went with the higher one.
Right? Definitely. Wow. And my daughter, when she was in school in kindergarten, they put her in a first grade reading group because they said she had a audio visual memory. So they put a bunch of stuff on a board and told her to count to 100. And she's like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. She counted to 100 by doing that. And her reading was just, and she got bored. She started becoming a class clown in kindergarten. I didn't want them to make her struggle later on. So I agreed with putting her in a math and reading group in first grade, but everything else keep her at kindergarten. That, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, my son, they gave his artwork to one of the art institutes. It's the big one in New York. I forget what the name of it is. And they liked it so much, they sent somebody down here from New York to see his work because he did shading and everything. Yeah. In I think it was either kindergarten or first grade. And they said that that's way beyond where he should be and stuff like that.
Was it the Metropolitan Museum of Art? Like the big one?
I can't remember.
Okay.
But they came down and he drew stick figures.
You told us about. I remember this story.
Yeah, he didn't want the attention.
No.
So he used to draw all the time too, and then they were making big deal about it, so he stopped drawing so much.
That's funny because I did that when I was in school. They took one of my teachers took my drawing and she put it in the newspaper, like the local newspaper, and I was crying. And she's like, "What's wrong?" And I'm like, "I don't want people to know." I was like in 3rd grade, and I drew a lake with a willow tree and a swan and the detail. Like I had a flower with like a little ladybug on it, and then I had a little frog on the lily pad and like the little bees, and I had the little lines going for the bees going around, and they put it in our newspaper, and I was crying. I was like horrified. So embarrassing. Hubby just walked in and said, "That voice sounds familiar." And I told him, "Aw."
Avery Hanley made.
Avery Hanley.
Yeah, Sassy Cat in here too. I
And
don't think
Fuzz
anybody else jumped in.
Fuzz T Fork, Lisa Anderson.
Autumn Leaf.
Yeah, I love that name.
Yeah.
Well, tell Mr. Handsome I said hi, and the only reason I'm calling him that is that's what she calls him, Mr. Handsome.
Oh.
It's funny because TJ's husband says the same thing. I can hear like. So how's your garden doing?
I haven't got out there to look at it too much. Like today, I was out running so much.
Yeah, I didn't go out today because I was running all over this house like a crazy person doing this and that, and I was afraid to go look. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see some tomatoes out there. The last time I was out there, I seen a big green one. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go ahead and put that in the refrigerator. So I want it to stay green.
Yeah, I was just talking to Bigfoot, and we're gonna go out tomorrow, and we're gonna get some of the green ones, and we're gonna have some fried green tomatoes tonight. Homemade chicken wings. Your video earlier was, where'd he go?
Did that?
I can't run the Bushcrafty show by myself.
I was like,
earlier, Bushcraft had a video about.
Uh-oh.
I missed the things. There you are. It's talking about how you were talking about your turkeys and chickens and stuff, and telling on how they're going up. And that's why like a couple of years ago I said, go get your turkeys now, people, because come the season, like you don't wait.
Well, yeah, we all did the videos about the bird flu coming. Oh no, he can't come over here.
We're jumping.
Go across the ocean.
Remember, they said that we were jumping the gun on that one. That they said that we. And look what happened. We don't want to be right.
Fearmongers are that's not gonna come over here.
And we don't want to be right on those things.
Oh no.
No. But I told you so.
Yeah. And they said in the article that I got that they said 5 million. It's well over 5 million for turkeys. Because it was 23 million from one place. So I don't know where we're getting those numbers from.
I think we have 3 turkeys, and I'm pretty sure we may have 4, but I know we at least have 3 turkeys in our deep freezer.
Yeah, I think I have 1 in the bottom of my freezer, but I don't want to look all the way down to the bottom.
But you have it.
Yeah.
You have 1.
Yeah.
I think ours, when I got ours, they were 30. One or two was 39 cents a pound. And the other one, I remember I spent a little bit more on that, but that was when I thought we weren't going to be getting them. So I think I spent like $1.29, might have been $1.30 something a pound for that one, but I was afraid we weren't going to get them. So
yeah.
And then they went down to 39 cents a pound.
Yeah, because last year they were talking about there was going to be a shortage, and there was in some stores they didn't have them, and then they had them, and then they were gone real quick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which I think that's probably going to be this time, but I don't think they're going to be like 79 cents, or I think you're, like I said, it was turkeys are supposed to be 20 some percent higher.
That's a lot.
And the eggs 33%, and butter is
butter is through the roof here. So we're just now starting to see these prices this summer, where a lot of the states have been seeing them for several months. And our eggs were $5.89 for 18. I could not even believe my eyes. Like, when everyone else's prices in different states were going up, we're over here like enjoying our prices. But now I'm wondering if they'll mix it around and be like, okay, well, Ohio is going to be, maybe your eggs will go down $1, and where ours are up. I don't know if it'll work out that way.
Well, in Ohio, they're saying that everything's going to go up. That because we had the fire at the fuel place. So everything that delivers in this area in Ohio will be more because the price of gas and stuff. And what was that? Oh, the CO2. Because one of the big manufacturers for CO2, carbon dioxide, in the water, there's a strange bacteria that got contaminated. The water.
The list, I won't say the whole word.
I'm not sure exactly what it was, but it was a mysterious thing that happened. It's never happened before.
Yeah, it's this.
And so the production of carbon dioxide was down for all that time. So beer took a big hit with it, and now soda and everything that even your meat and stuff, because they inject it with carbon dioxide or CO2 to make it look pretty.
So you're saying my slug bait is going to go up? If no one knows, my slugs, I give them beer in the garden. Sorry, I'm just looking for my phone. Let me turn my camera off so I don't make people dizzy.
Yeah, like our gas went up, and this is in Ohio because we lost a refinery, or I don't know, a fire at one or something. So our gas went up, I think 30 cents in a day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's still cheaper, probably cheaper than New York though.
Ours was $3.48.
Oh, well, yeah. See, ours is,
and it bounced back up.
Yeah, $3.69 right now.
Bigfoot, what was the gas prices when you were out today? Did you happen to notice?
That's $3.80.
$3.80, he said.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And everybody says, "Oh, the gas is really low. It's down." It's not.
No.
What was it in 2020?
It was $1.60 something, $1.70, $1.80, and it just kept going up and up and up. But for a long time, it was $1. I want to say it was $1. Was it $1.59 or 60 something at one time?
Yeah, and the thing is, if you watch the oil, the drums of oil, watch the price of it. If since you know who's been in office, you see when the actual drums of oil goes down, they'll raise the price of gasoline, which it should be the opposite.
It should be.
And that raises the price of the drums of oil. So they make more money that way.
And then the diesel goes up.
Yeah.
And then they raise that too because they need the diesel gas to run the gas to ship, like to run out the gas on the truck, right?
Yeah.
Mm-mm-mm. It's all a domino effect, isn't it?
Yeah. And then the stuff that they had going down in Puerto Rico. There's a lot more going on than it, because there was 3 people who knew about what was going on. I was one of them because I was friends with another guy that does the ports and everything like that, and his friend in Puerto Rico is a reporter, but she couldn't get it out. She messaged him, and he messaged me, and we were talking about it, the whole Jones Act and all that stuff. And the government which was Potato Head, didn't want to sign the waiver for the ships to unload there. And what we're finding out is, you know, Biden's son, he's in business with the Chinese refineries over there.
Mm-hmm.
So the diesel that was being delivered to Puerto Rico for hospitals and all this stuff that was going on wasn't his diesel. It was from the United States. And that's why he didn't want to sign that. He wanted the oil, the diesel, to come from his son's company. But you can't say that because, oh, by the way, I'm not an expert. I don't know nothing about it, but yeah.
No, he's a genius, everybody. He's a genius.
And I wanted so much to put that story out there, but it wouldn't go out. So
Right.
he went ahead and ran with it, and he got it out a little bit, and then they were pressured into signing it, which he didn't officially say he signed it. He said the guy from FEMA signed it, which he can't. But yeah,
All of a sudden, these people that
it's fishy stuff.
it's like, how do these people who have no business or power in certain areas, all of a sudden they have all this power?
Mm-hmm.
Like they're all being assigned different things. And hey, Bigfoot Lake, how are you?
Hey,
Hi,
Greg. Thank you for dropping by.
Hey, Greg. Stop by to show my support. Much love.
Hey, Chuck Z.
Occam's Razor. Are you ready to hang out with Bushcraft now? You're done with homework?
Your homework's done.
I know. He's like a math genius. I don't know how he gets, like, we'll be working on something inside or outside, and he does all this stuff, and I don't know. It's amazing. I'm not very good at math anymore. I haven't been good at math since 9th grade. I was really good in math, and then 10th grade really threw me for a loop. Yeah.
You get into the algebra and
I did algebra 1. It was algebra 2 that I started having trouble.
yeah,
And
they got some other weird algebra thing now. I can't remember what it's called.
the Common Core stuff.
I don't know. It was freaky to me.
I'm still
I
trying.
don't really see the point in it.
Right. I
just
know. It's
just to aggravate the parents, I think.
and it aggravates the kids too. Like, I don't know. Yeah, she does. See, now she doesn't have to deal with any of that being homeschooled. She don't have to deal with any of that.
Yeah,
Not much, anyways.
that's one thing I would, if, and I try to tell my kids. I said, do homeschool if you can, because
Yeah.
I
Well,
won't go into having litter boxes in the bathrooms and
no. Bigfoot says he used to be good at math and then Common Core happened. Yeah, but you should see how fast he picked up the Common Core. Like, I couldn't even deal with that. It made me angry. Yeah.
that's what I heard. They don't even do cursive anymore.
Oh, see, our school still does.
Really?
The public school still does.
Huh.
They do the clocks with the hands, and they do economics, they do checkbooks, banking, they do all of it. They still do the pledge under God. Yep.
And at I know at our schools here they have they don't have the hand clocks. It's all digital. And I'm like, how are the kids going to know how to tell time? Oh, cell phone. And I said, what if you don't have a cell phone and you see a clock with the hands on it?
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
When Allie chose a clock for her room, I asked her if she wanted like a digital alarm clock, and she goes, no, I just want a hand clock.
Mm-hmm.
And she picked the one that goes tick, tick, tick. I'm like, does that bother you being in your bedroom? She goes, no, I like it. We have a clock out here with the hands. So
yeah.
It's important.
Hey, Heroic. Yeah, I wasn't sure if you had baseball today or not. I sent you an invite anyway.
Look.
Oh.
Chef Kicker. They're all here.
So, I don't know. Did because we wasn't sure if 101 was going to go live tonight.
I don't know. Does he have it scheduled? I haven't really been around much today.
Yeah, that's why I was just getting ready to look.
I tried watching your video that you dropped late this morning 5 times, and I finally watched it. I had to keep stopping it, but the nice thing is I was able to pick up where I left off.
Wait, which one is he on now? He's on the all caps one?
All caps. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going for tonight.
Yeah, okay, yeah, he is.
76 minutes.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Because he wasn't sure if he was going to go tonight or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, he came into Jeff's last night and said he wasn't going to have one last night, so which is good. He needs to take care of stuff.
Yeah. It's good to be on point and have little distractions, and yeah.
Yeah.
He's a pretty smart guy. He's got this.
Yeah.
No.
Me and before the live started, me and Jeff were talking backstage, and Jeff goes and freezes right there. I wish I should have took a screenshot of it, but because he was right in the middle of his.
He probably heard something.
And then he called me and said his power went off, and he says he don't want to use his phone, so
no, it's smart.
if his power comes back on, he'll be back up, but if not, then his power's still off. I was sitting there, I was waiting for him to finish talking, but he just froze it in that one spot.
That's funny. You should have screenshot it.
T 10. I was going to copy what she was. I was going to record what she was saying the other night because she's seen some things happening in California and stuff. It
Yeah.
was explosions, and she would go, explosion.
I know she's.
And I was going to copy it, and then every time I get up there, I was going to hit the key.
And then she has that voice that's just to go with it. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. It's great. It is. Everyone's great.
It reminds me of that when she used to do the wrecking ball.
Oh, when she would sing,
Yeah.
that's fun. That's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I seen that. That's why I said Myrtle
Oh.
Beach is not Myrtle Beach anymore. It's Myrtle Cove.
Mm.
It's flooded. And it's because let me see what it's at now. Yeah, it's moving at 5 miles per hour.
Hey, Nomad Prepper. It used to be Illusions Prepper. She
Oh,
makes
that might be
chicken and dumplings.
because people change their names, and it takes me forever to figure out who they were.
Yeah, that's Illusion. Yeah, she's been with us all for a long time.
Yeah, I was wondering where because I have that in my subs, and I'm like,
Ooh.
who is that? I'm sub to them, but I don't remember something to them, and then I have to go and watch through their older videos so I can see who they were, and then
Right. Making chicken and dumplings for boys tonight.
that sounds
We're
good.
getting that typhoon coming in from Japan, so it's really cold, rainy, and windy. So it's the perfect time for that warm comfort food. Will you be safe?
Is there a typhoon?
Yeah, there's a typhoon coming in from Japan.
Oh yeah.
Now I can't remember, Alicia or Nomad Prepper. Do you live in not Alaska, the Newfoundland,
Aleutian Island.
Aleutian Islands?
Yeah, Aleutian Island.
Where is that?
I thought it was Alaska.
It is Alaska. Okay.
Yeah, it's the little tail.
Okay.
I call it a little tail.
I couldn't remember if she was from Alaska or Newfoundland. I thought it was Alaska.
It's Alaska.
Alaska.
It's the Bering Sea.
The Bering Sea. Bigfoot always used to want to go to Alaska until he came to New York, upstate New York, in the Adirondacks. And the first winter he was here, I'm pretty sure he flipped it off one day when he opened the door. He was so sick of snow. He's like, "You got a lot of snow." I said, "You wanted to live in Alaska." Yeah. It's pretty funny. I'm
Yeah,
going to,
also put your battery saver on if you lose power.
yeah.
But that's what I said. Always have them battery packs.
Mhm.
And if you don't use them, they stay going for a good bit.
I'm going to do a flipperoo. You ready?
Flipperoo.
Yeah, he was going to come on with you, but then, the teenager needed help.
What's up?
Hey,
No.
What?
How you doing, Bushcraft? I wish you could have seen the looks you got earlier.
the looks I got.
Yeah,
From
when yeah, from our daughter.
Oh, yeah. I didn't mean it in that way.
I knew you did. Yeah.
It was hilarious.
The older kids that knew all that fancy.
Yeah, that's the
Oh.
advantage of having the older kids. They've already been through that class, and
Yeah. Like when my daughter did homeschool, I didn't do anything. I just went to the meetings,
yeah.
and which the meetings were horrible. Sitting there and when they're explaining everything, and oh, she's doing good, this and that, and yeah. Well,
Yeah. Yep.
And it was all online, so it was all video conference and stuff.
Yeah.
This was before the sickness thing came out.
Okay. So that was true homeschool. It wasn't just because of that, right?
Yeah, she actually talked me into it because she said she didn't want to be in the school anymore and whatnot. But she still did sports. She still did volleyball and stuff like that.
No kidding.
And then she went into vocational school for the beauty and nails and stuff like that.
Beard management.
They didn't do beards. They always had me come down there because my hair grew so fast. So they got to practice on me a lot.
Nice.
I actually have, maybe I'll show the pictures every one time where I had mohawk.
They put cornrows in your beard.
My hair was long, and then they said they want. One of the tests was to do mohawk and make it stand up and everything, and I got, which I didn't know that it was going to be blue either.
Oh boy!
So yeah, I was walking around with the blue mohawk for.
You got any pictures?
I don't want to show them. And I was the what do they call them, gels or something? It's fingernails, and she had to practice putting them on, so I had to go around with long nails because you just can't pull those off. They stick really hard.
They'll rip your nails off.
Oh yeah. I was glad that she got past the beginning stages of that, so I didn't have to be the tester anymore.
Hey, do you mind if I do like a quick poll real quick of the chat?
Sure.
And can we stand by it? Can we let like chat rule and have their way with things?
As long as it's not pictures of my mohawk.
Okay, never mind.
I'd actually have to go looking for the pictures. I don't think it. Yeah, it's not on this phone. I think it's. I don't know where they're at. Might be Snapchat or something.
So Friday you were doing the campfire thing for a while, right?
Yeah, every other Friday, which I think I got off track.
Gotcha.
So I'll have to start that. My son is looking for some good stories and stuff. But he's the one that came up with the doll and stuff, the Chucky doll, where it originated from and stuff.
That was cool stuff. I like looking into the history of stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of one of my weird fascinations.
Yeah, he wants me to do the one doll, the Abigail or whatever that one.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of it. The one they did the movie on.
From The Conjuring and those.
Yeah.
Annabelle.
Yeah, that's it. Because he says they keep moving it. They don't have it where everybody thinks it's at, where those two people's museum thing is.
Mm-hmm.
They have to keep moving it. I'm like, oh, really? See, I never knew that. I thought it was all in the same spot. And he said, no, they have to keep moving it.
Yeah. I've been looking into. I started the new Cryptid channel or mystery channel, and I've been digging into so many things. I got so many ideas. It's just been so busy trying to put stuff together. It's hard to keep up with stuff.
Yeah, and you guys just got back, and yeah, and then winter's coming.
Yeah, garden's winding down. So
Yeah.
here's a question for you. So we still have a bunch of like green tomatoes on the vine. At some point, we're going to have to just pick those things and bring them in.
Yeah.
Is there a certain temperature we got to kind of try to beat?
If it's just a light frost, it'll be fine. But if it's any more than that, then it'll ruin the tomato.
All right.
Yeah,
So
because soon as it thaws out, then they'll rot.
It was 37 here last night.
Yeah,
So-
that's what we had a few nights ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've got those tropical plants out there, and they're seeing, because I'm trying to get them to not freeze, but get cold enough to where they're getting used to it, because I don't want to bring them straight in the house because it'll be too warm.
Mm-hmm.
Just like when it's springtime, I don't want to take them out there and they're too cold to get a shock.
Yeah. Yep.
And they're in them 5-gallon containers, so I have to find something to go under there so I can put water in it when they're in the house. Because those hibiscus, or however you say it, are very, very hard to grow up here because they're a tropical plant.
Mm-hmm.
Because even where I got the seeds at Haas Tools, they said I probably won't grow them. You grow them, but they'll die before winter. And they're trees. They got thick stems, and they say it usually takes 6 months in good weather, like tropical stuff. If not, then you have to wait till the next year to get the flowers. And I'm happy just with the leaves and stuff, the growth that I did get out of them. Because out of 4 plants, 3 of them's made it so far, and with a tree falling on them too.
That's a plus.
Yeah, not biscuits.
Yeah, your high biscuits got turned into low biscuits by the autocorrect.
Yeah, because these ones are the flowers are the most potent ones, and because I was buying the flowers already dried out for my tea, because whenever I got the thing, that's the fastest way I found to get rid of it is pile the vitamin C and other stuff in it. Yeah, that's what they say. It's a really hard plant to grow, and up here it's about impossible. So hopefully it makes it to bringing them in the house, because I'm gonna wait, because I kind of want to wait till because we're gonna get a warm up, and when it warms up, then I'm gonna bring it in.
Lisa Anderson's asking about spruce.
Oh, there he is.
That's spruce.
Yeah, I thought she said Bruce. His name was Bruce.
I would have to turn on the light, I guess, to.
I'll do it.
Alrighty. Is that better?
I don't. She might get some wind. No. You probably will. And here, let me run this thing real quick. No, it doesn't look like it. Yeah, it's all going north. Yeah, she's probably getting a little wind, and that's about it. I think the wind is. Let me switch. Not wildfire. Yeah, 13 miles an hour wind. That's about it for TJ.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah.
I'm not careful.
Yeah, I would love to have a lemon tree. Or when I lived in Phoenix, the last time I lived in Phoenix, in our backyard, because I rented a house for 375 at that time, and it had grapefruit tree, an orange tree, and a lemon tree, and oh, I'd love that because I love eating grapefruit, which I can't eat grapefruit no more, but yeah, oranges and stuff, and I like making lemonade, just lemonade or lemons and sugar, and that's it.
We started some fruit trees this year. Hopefully, give it a few years, and maybe we'll have something.
Yeah. Yeah, when I seen you guys were getting apple trees, I was going to ask about what kind of apple trees you got that way, because the cross pollinated thing.
Like we had.
But you already found out.
Yeah, we got crab apples to pollinate with, and we got we had to. If you guys don't know that in the chat, some apple trees, not all apple trees. Like if you buy two of the same apple tree, typically they can't pollinate. The bees, when they get the pollen from another tree, they won't pollinate unless it's a different type of apple.
Mm-hmm.
And our wisps and our red delicious don't pollinate each other.
Right. So we had to end up getting crab apple trees, which flowering crabs are really good for pollinators for apple trees.
Yeah. And a lot of people don't like crab apple trees. I remember when I was a kid, I would eat the crap out of those.
Yeah. And they're gorgeous. They're gorgeous in the spring.
Yeah. But you can make good stuff out of crab apples too. Just need a bit of sugar.
So Life with Bobby says she tried painting a Bigfoot earlier. It didn't go so well. Did it come out like really blurry?
Yeah. With that freeze that Texas got, Jake, I can't remember his channel now. Something in the back 20, but he had lemon and oranges and stuff like that at his place, and it just killed him off. He said he had the orange trees and stuff for 20 some years and stuff. Just killed them off.
Killed the trees.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it cut them all out of there and got new ones and everything. Yeah, and I assume that happened a lot in that area too.
I imagine so. Yeah.
That big freeze.
Not a lot you can do about it either.
Nope.
Worried about those tent caterpillars because of all those moths for next year.
Yeah, our apple trees, they got inundated with tent caterpillar moths. I mean, the larvae. Sheesh.
I did all those by hand. I didn't use anything.
Anybody have a good recipe for tent caterpillar larvae?
See, that's one of the good things. There's good and bad about having when you feed birds and stuff. A lot of times if you have berries and stuff, they'll eat all your berries.
Mm-hmm.
But they also eat the bugs on the trees and the plants and stuff.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's good to plant the stuff that they'll eat by the trees and just let them have at it and eat the bugs while they're eating your berries and stuff.
Yeah. That's a give and take kind of relationship you got to have.
Mhm. Yeah, that's a lot of farmers will grow crops for deers to eat instead of coming and eating their gardens.
Yep.
They'll have a whole patch of stuff for them to eat, which makes sense. And in the end, you're getting meat coming to you.
You're getting some big deer.
You have to, yeah.
Urban Hillbilly says fish bait.
Yeah. Likes to squish them.
I'd rather squish them, but there was so many that in upcoming year, this coming season, I don't think I can go around squishing that many. I think we're going to have to use something.
Yeah, I'm gonna paste this into chat here. It's that thing I learned about the certain trees that will make it to where plants and other fruit trees won't reproduce. Hopefully this will all fit in there. Oh, it made two posts. Okay.
That works.
Yeah. And because that when the tree fell on the branch, it fell on some of my tomatoes to where it squished the cages and everything, and I thought those were done. And then the leaf part was on my other tomatoes and peppers and cucumbers. The tomatoes almost instantly died, and the tomatoes that were on the vine at the time, they had a very weird taste to them.
That's awesome.
So I didn't eat them because I had like hundreds of cherry tomatoes, and I had some the purple Cherokee tomatoes, and then the leaves and everything just died off.
Mm-hmm.
Some of it started to come back, but that's what surprised me, because it wasn't on, the leaves weren't on there that long. It was maybe 24 hours, 48 hours or something like that. And when I started looking up, because somebody said it was fungus from the leaves. So I looked up all these funguses that could have done this, and I couldn't find anything. And then I've come up across that word, and it's explained it all. And I was like, wow, I never knew that.
Makes sense, though, right?
Yeah. And that's what they say. If you grow fruit trees and stuff around those certain trees, that if it's touching the leaves are touching each other or something, they won't produce any fruit. And which is good. That's something good to know.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, because I never heard about it.
Well, as long as pine trees aren't of that type, I think we're okay.
Well, spruce trees are. I'm not sure about the pine trees, but like I said, they have to be touching each other.
Mm-hmm.
And it's in the leaves. It's not in the bark or anything. It's in the foliage. Has he startled you when you're walking through the house in the middle of the night or anything?
No, but sometimes I've been known to maybe close my eyes for like a little bit in my chair and snore, and I'll wake up and I'll see the shadowy figure in there. Other than that, it hasn't been too bad.
Agent J got that Trump poster thing.
Yep.
And he says people come in to scare the crap out of him. He says he's walked in there and jumped,
Uh-huh.
forgetting about it. I think I'd stick him in my window. That way, somebody going by would see Trump sitting out there.
Yep. Or put Spruce outside the window looking in.
Oh, yeah, because he has a back view of him too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be creepy.
Yeah. Speaking of creepy, you got any creepy ideas for the cryptid stuff? I got a notebook. I've been writing down ideas.
Well, being from Arizona, I have seen the stuff in the sky.
Like Thunderbirds?
No.
Oh,
the
okay. Yeah,
UFOs.
Area 51.
Well, what they said was UFOs.
Yep.
I remember one time because I was in the CBs a lot, and we would go to meetings and do like tag and stuff in the Phoenix area. And I was driving home, and I glanced up and I seen this what looked like a giant ship seemed like it was going slow, and I could make out everything. And they had said it was a satellite had fallen and broke up in a bunch of pieces. And I followed that thing all the way to south. I can't remember what the mountain's called, but that's where the people came up missing and stuff from Phoenix area. And yeah, and there's the Fire in the Sky. They made that movie Fire in the Sky.
Yeah, there's that whole area there in the Southwest. That's loaded with a lot of stuff.
Yeah, and it's all the alien stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the gargoyles.
Yep.
Superstitious Mountain up there. They say they've seen gargoyles come and go out of that mountain, which is scary. I thought I seen one when I was in Vegas, but it was probably because I was in my younger days when I did bad stuff. But like I said, I thought I seen something flying, and which it could have been my imagination at that time.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the Superstitious Mountain, there's a lot of stuff. I think it's Apache Junction area. I remember we were camping out there and had a big old fire, and we heard weird noises because it was at the base of Superstitious Mountain. And of course, one of the guys was an Indian, was telling stories about his people back in the day and stuff, because that's where they would bury some important people up in the caves in there. And he would tell stories about gold. They were buried with gold and stuff, which they don't bury their people. They have them up on racks, but it's inside the mountain. And there's people goes out there looking for the gold and everything that's hidden up in there, and they see all kinds of stuff.
Interesting.
And I think they did a show on that one time. Can't remember the name of the show. It's like a documentary thing. They talk about the stories and stuff. It's not the ghost hunters or anything like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have a couple ideas coming up, but it's then it's not really cryptids per se. It's going to be something that's more along the lines of just a couple dark stories.
Yeah.
But interesting nonetheless.
Oh, I just seen this. I know. Yeah.
Nomad prepper, don't look.
Yeah. I didn't like the last season. At least the last 6 episodes ish. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, I hate when they kind of rush. They're trying to end the season and they're trying to rush it, and it seems they don't put that much effort into the story. They're just trying to get out of there.
Yeah.
But there is a new series coming out, the Winchesters or something like that. I haven't looked into it too much.
That looks pretty good, actually.
Yeah. I kind of hear it in a commercial or something, and I kind of want to pay attention to it and don't want to.
Yeah. Another one to get hooked on. Hey, Monty.
Hey, Monty. Yeah, every time I see a 67 Impala, it's like supernatural.
It's one of the best looking cars ever made.
Yeah. And usually everybody's for the 2 doors, and it's very, very seldom you see an iconic vehicle as a 4-door.
Mm-hmm.
Would you get on the cat? He's coming around and biting me on the foot and then taking off.
You gotta feed them.
They already ate.
Zombie cat.
Now I got all the cats sitting there looking at me. What are you looking at?
Hey, Miss Lake Perry.
Mm-hmm.
You got anything you want to add to this conversation?
My name's Bruce. I'm in chat. I don't know what to add. Just been listening to you guys.
Have you done any more painting?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah. I showed a couple of things that I had worked on a while ago in my video today. But honestly, I'm waiting for something that's coming in the mail Sunday. And I've actually been waiting on painting because they're coming Sunday.
Oh.
And I'm super excited. There are these certain kind of brushes I've been wanting. And I got them. And then I may or may not have sent them to one other early for her birthday. Because she wanted them too. Yeah. Oof. Bigfoot almost knocked over Spruce.
Yeah, I think if I was going to do any painting, I would do something. I'd have a drill at the bottom of the canvas and sprinkle paint and let it go and spin out. Something like that.
You can spin it though. It spins out across the sides. Like you put it in a pool and you can really spin that sucker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You're welcome, Nomad. I mean, I've done.
Oh, the fair. I was trying to figure out what somebody was racing in town or something, but it's the fair.
I've done this lighthouse one.
Oh, you did a lighthouse.
Yeah. And then I've done like a wintry scene.
Why would you do winter?
Well, not recently. And well, recently, I think most everyone already saw it. I painted this for Bigfoot. This right here is a rub-on sticker that I used. See the shiny part?
Yeah.
And then the rest I did myself.
Yeah, I like that one.
I'll make you one.
No, we don't need to.
I want to. And then this one's kind of like Jeff, but not. This is Gramps Squatch.
Graham Squatch.
Yeah, and he's just got a really fuzzily forest background, and he's
Yeah, he's like the one everybody takes a picture of.
yeah.
You have to pay attention where he's at in the picture and like, oh, I see him now.
I've been pretty much well, I did do that. I'm not finished with it yet, but I hung it up there, a couple of trees. Yeah. But I've mostly been bringing plants into the house. They're everywhere. I painted this.
I wouldn't want to do that to my cats.
Oh, I put stuffed animals on our cat earlier. I did this one like last week.
Yeah, I like that one. I like the sunset ones.
Thank you. And I've done that one. I don't remember if it was last winter or over the spring. And I did this.
Oh, I like that tree.
This one I did for Allie. And then he's usually in here too. My big cat. He's so large. He's in with all the stuffed animals tonight. Yeah, but other than that, I don't know. I've just been kind of reading a little bit. I did find a drawing that I did when I was younger. It's all decrepit now, but I saw that dragon on the ceiling of a water. I had a leak in the ceiling.
Yeah.
And I never painted the ceiling. And I kept waking up every morning and seeing this thing. So I finally just got my tablet and started drawing it. And then I put her with it.
Yeah.
As an old piece of paper.
Yeah, it reminds me because I used to. Well, I still have some of the kids' drawings on the wall, but I used to have them all on my walls.
Yeah.
When they drew me a picture, I'd hang it up.
Oh yeah, our refrigerator used to be covered. You didn't even know it was a fridge. It was just one piece of art. Allie has most of her things in books now. I think you've seen some. I've showed.
That's why
some.
I got these tubs and I started putting all their school stuff in it and stuff. Whenever they're ready to take them, it'll be all saved and they can show their kids and whatnot.
That's what I did for my oldest daughter. I just handed her a bunch of totes, and there was her baby book, her newspaper from the day she was born, everything that was going on in the world. Yep. Yeah, I've been actually going through this room where 4 girls have been in this room. So we have all kinds.
We had the book that says how much was a loaf of bread when she was born, and what movies were popular and the songs and all that stuff.
Yes. Yeah.
That's really interesting to go back and look at that stuff and like, oh, I remember that movie. And
oh yeah, it makes them giggle too. It's like, oh my goodness.
Like I seen an ad for Kentucky Fried Chicken. I posted it on my community tab. What Kentucky Fried Chicken, you can get a whole meal for something or something like that. And nowadays I can't stand Kentucky Fried Chicken anymore. It doesn't taste good, or
I don't like it.
It's gross now.
It's gross. Hi, Cashew. One time I asked Lake if her refrigerator was running, and then I told her she'd better go catch it. Yeah. That was a good one.
My dad used to tell me that joke. He said he'd call people, ask them if their refrigerator was running. Oh, you better go catch it then.
We were naughty little children. We used to call the grocery store and we would be like, do you have olives in a jar or olive in a jar? And they would say, yeah. And we'd like, we better let her out because Popeye's getting mad. It was just, we thought that was really naughty when we were kids.
Yeah. And they used to have the tobacco Prince Albert in a can. And my dad told me he did it. He said he'd call him up and said, you got Prince Albert in a can?
Yeah.
And you better let him out. He's going to suffocate.
See, that was the naughty things that we did. Yeah. And that was a big naughty back then. Like you'd get in trouble.
Yeah.
Nowadays, things are changed, huh?
Yeah. Now they got computers that generate a phone number so you can just call anybody and record it. And
yep. Yeah,
we used to get in trouble.
We were really naughty and we knew the people, so we had to go and we had to go do work for them. We did, but we called and we used to have pizzas delivered to people's houses.
Oh yeah, that's bad.
Well, they found out what kids were doing it, and we all had to go help at this restaurant. So we were good kids, though. We're just a little naughty. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you don't do that because that's wasting food.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there was a time that I was living on a street and I would call and order pizza for somewhere, and they can't resell the pizza, so they throw it in the dumpster. So I would do that and just wait by the dumpster, and they'd throw it in, and I would go get me a brand new pizza. It's still in a box and everything, but yeah.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, I found out that you don't want to keep doing that because they kind of figured it out and threw a pizza in there, but they dumped a bunch of hot pepper stuff on it and found out that, woo!
I bet.
Hot pizza.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I've got the tomatoes.
Oh, yeah.
Growing in there, and they flowered. And the red lettuce leaf is growing in there, and a volunteer tomato plant. I'm gonna have to watch.
That's good because that makes like a greenhouse effect.
Yeah,
you keep some moisture in.
This is what I grew plants in to go out to the garden, and now I have them inside growing them. But this is actually, it's got the turquoise, the red, the blue, the green, the orange, yellow, white. Yeah. So this is actually, this light is really expensive, and we got it for free from a friend. It's over $400 light. It's a coral reef light. Yeah. For like a fish tank.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, it grows great because a coral reef needs the same kind of thing as your plants do. So super excited. I'm going to be doing microgreens and lettuce in there as well.
Yeah. I like the microgreens.
Me too. They have vitamin A, C, and K, right?
Well, it depends which ones, but yeah. Some, like if you can get sunflowers, the sunflower ones are real good. But sunflower greens. You use sunflowers, and because they're really crunchy. But the ones I got it's Brussels sprouts, broccoli, and radishes and stuff like that.
Yeah, I've got there's lettuce leaf in there. There's beet, bean sprouts, kale, radish. There's a bunch of microgreens. I got a microgreen mix that is for the water. So I have these trays and you lay the paper down and you water it and then you put your seeds in and then you close it over and water it again and all the water's in the tray. And then, I mean, it worked really good. Last winter, we liked it.
The little carpets.
Yes. It makes the whole carpet.
And then you just, when you're done, you can pull them out and you can reuse it over again.
Yeah, and that kind of paper it is. Remember the thin paper that was cheaper because it didn't have all that stuff in it, but it's like it's the good paper.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty good.
Yeah, at the time I got a big bag of the seeds. Now they're real expensive now.
Yeah, we got a pretty good size bag because there's a lot of seeds, but I'll have to get more because we used it a lot.
Yeah, I was wanting this year. I was wanting to get the seeds from Dollar Tree because you can just get regular Brussels sprouts and broccoli and radishes, and then just mix them together and put in there. Yeah. But they didn't have them this year.
Oh.
Hey, Courtney, how are you doing?
Hi, Courtney.
Yeah, I like getting when I make salmon burgers, I like getting the greens and put on the top of the sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
They're really good.
We had cheeseburgers and different kinds of sandwiches, and we would put it on there. Yep. I think I got I think it looked like this, the package. Organo Republic. That might be one of the kinds I got.
Yeah, mine's in a kind of bag like that, like a Mylar bag. And I was kind of worried about it because, you got the prepper ones, that has all those different seeds and stuff in them that are junk. Mm-hmm. And I was kind of skeptical about getting it because I thought it was one of those. But when I planted them, they came straight up. So that was good.
Yeah, just like we had the seeds popped open overnight. Like I would do it at night, wake up the next morning, and the seeds were already popped.
Yeah.
And then within like 4 days, you already have, like, you can definitely tell what things are. It would grow so fast. But I like the germination trays that I got.
Yeah.
They're just tiny little trays, and they have the part that goes underneath. So the one tray has all like this, and then the second tray you put in that tray has the little holes.
Oh yeah, mine's not. I just got regular. They're about this big, and then they have a plastic lid that goes over top of them.
Do you use?
I just cut the carpet and put it in there, and then soak the carpet, and then put the seeds on top of it, and boom.
Do you use dirt or water?
I don't. I just use the carpet. I got the because you can reuse it.
Oh, good idea.
It's not real carpet, but that's what they call it. And it grows inside that. But I have tested it because I did get some from Dollar Tree, the Microgreens one. And I tested which grew better out of the soil or the carpet. And of course, soil grew better.
I got those.
Yeah.
They work.
There are some of them that, like sunflower seeds, what you do is you have 2 of the trays, the bottom parts, and you do your seeds like on the carpet thing, or you can put it in soil and you spread them out, and then you put the other one on top of it.
Ah.
That's so you can they can't have light, so they have to germinate in darkness.
And
they'll open up, and then once they're all open and everything, you take it off, and then they go and grow real big.
Wow. I'm going to have to try those because that sounds interesting and fun.
Yeah.
I like to try new things and learn new stuff.
Thank you, Bigfoot.
I saw him. He's nuts. Oh, goodness.
Yeah, it's just a little meshy carpet. I call them carpet, but yeah, it's a mat. And you can reuse them if you pull all the old roots, or you can just let it dry out, and you just whoosh them down.
I love microgreens.
I find it a lot easier just to do that, and that little carpet holds so much water.
It does. I've never used the carpets though. Like,
yeah,
isn't it just like fish tank filtering? Like
close.
Like, yeah,
it's just a meshy stuff.
Yeah. I believe this is the kind that we got, but
Yeah.
I love beet microgreens. Like, I love the mixture of everything all mixed in the same bag. But not only are they really tasty, but I like the colors of them. But no, they're so. It was antioxidants. That's what they're full of. Antioxidants, vitamin A, C, and K. Now, we need vitamin K, importantly, over the winter. You want to know why? Many, many humans do not, like when we take our vitamin D, because no sun or less sun in the fall and winter. And the people like us who have more cold weather than warm, you need vitamin K to absorb the vitamin D. I did not know this, but a doctor had told me that the year before last. And yeah, so not only do we double up, but vitamin K2 helps you absorb that vitamin D, because naturally we don't just absorb that. Like,
yeah, I don't eat much D now. That's why I take vitamins plus immunity thingy.
Yeah, so see, you need vitamin K, which comes from all those microgreens. Yeah, it was just something fun and interesting that I learned.
Yeah, and you can just trim them and make a little dressing and just eat them like that as a snack.
Oh yeah, you know what's really good is pure.
They hold that dressing really good.
Pure olive oil with like oregano and basil and parsley and
oregano oil.
Oregano oil. You just made some of that. Yeah, I
didn't shake it today, so I'll have to do that. I like to shake it, get it mixed in good.
Yeah, I should definitely make some of that, because we have oregano that we have to harvest. I didn't bring all of everything in because I wanted to come back next year, but I did get all the parsleys, because you said for our area that's kind of a hit or miss with parsley, so I just brought it in. Yeah.
I've had it come back, but majority of the time it just dies off.
Yeah, and if it dies off in your area, it's definitely going to die off here.
Yeah, that's what I figure.
Yep. So I left everything else out there and only brought like 1 to 2 to 3, depending on how many we already have out there. So everything we brought in is also outside still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the lemon balm, it grows so easy.
Yours comes back every year, your lemon balm, right?
Oh yeah.
You just remind
it actually never died.
It didn't.
My horehound, which I planted beets, which I didn't get I didn't get to harvest those because I missed them, the harvest time on them. So I just left them in there. I'll end up feeding it to the rabbits because it's real good. If they come back and get healthy, I'll probably cut the beets, the greens from the beets, and I'll dehydrate them. That way I can mix it with my shakes in the morning.
That's a good idea.
Because it's better than the actual beets. I should say it's it's not as bad on your gut as eating the beets.
The beets, right? Yeah, those
Yeah.
beets.
Yeah, I made the mistake of eating too many beets one night, fresh beets, and
It's worse than cabbage.
oh man, and I was thinking about going to the hospital because I was peeing pink and purple colors, and yeah, I didn't have any beets for a good while after that.
Yeah, if you want a different color sheets other than white, just soak them in beet juice. Then you can wash those suckers forever, and you'll
Oh,
always be like a pinkish purple. Yeah, yeah, that stuff. It's good for you though.
yeah, I got these little drinks from Misfit Markets. They gave them to me, and it was beet and something else, and because it was extracts from the beet, and that was almost as bad as eating up 5 or 6 beets. And
Oh boy.
yeah, if you need cleaned out, that's the way to do it.
That's true. It's good to do too. Clean out your gut for that gut
Mhm.
health. People wonder why they're so sluggish and tired all the time.
Oh
I
yeah.
know why I get tired and sluggish because that diverticulitis that I have, for one, just one of the
Mhm.
things that's upset with my GI system. Your gut health is important. Like, do not eat half a brick of cheese because you're going to hurt.
Well, everybody was telling me eat yogurt and do this when I made the video about coming out of the hospital and stuff.
Oh, yogurt.
And
Yeah.
because the antibiotics takes away everything, anything in your gut, the good stuff.
Yep.
And it wouldn't make any difference what I ate. It still was going to happen because
Right.
that's what the antibiotics do.
The Nosa, I think I like Nosa yogurt. It's like the Greek yogurt. It's a good yogurt, and the fruit is in it, but then you mix it into it. So it has that layer of regular yogurt that has like the probiotics that you're talking about, right? It's probiotics.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that one's actually good for people who have to stay away from sugar. So if you're a diabetic, Nosa yogurt is supposed to be one of the best ones you can go get. And they come in.
Yeah, which I don't think I'm in that category anymore because I had my finger pricked like so many times because they were testing me for every little thing.
What are they talking about in your chat? Bigfoot's talking
red
about
Solo
red
cup.
Solo cup.
I don't know.
We got the beats. We got. I get it. Oh, we got the beats. Yeah, I get it now. And then the red Solo cup song. What are you all doing? Sterilized soil. We need the nutrients. You know, you know what I water my plants with? Fish tank water. Cashew did it. Don't blame Cashew. You're all there too.
Cashew always gets the blame.
We're busted, guys. It was Bigfoot, like Cashews. Big feet and small feet in chat, making a ruckus as usual. That's awesome.
Yeah, a long time ago. Long time ago.
Sauerkraut.
It was sour. It was, well, it started with, it was with my grandpa, and he shredded up apples with it too. So I don't know why, but he did. It was cabbage, apples, and onions.
It's really good.
And he put the vinegar in there, and he did the I forget what he had on the top. I forget what it was. And he made big batches of it. He had his table inside the I call it a shanty because that's what he called it. And that's all I smelt for a good month was sauerkraut and vinegar smell and that.
That. Yeah. Beam Me Up Scott says apples have a good natural yeast on them too. When earlier this week, my daughter knew I was hurting and with my gut and stuff, and the diverticulitis was acting up, and she gave me a green apple with cucumber slices.
Mm-hmm.
And it's good for people with diverticulitis not to have skins and seeds. However, I still do it sometimes. But the next morning I was good. So cucumbers and apples, and I was good. It's
sometimes I'll if I have cucumbers, I'll chop up cucumbers and I'll make my tea, but I'll make it and I'll put cucumbers in the jug. I'll make a good sized jug and I'll put the tea bag inside there and pour water in it and put it in the refrigerator overnight.
oh
And the
wow.
next day it'll have the tea, but it'll be infused with cucumbers. So, which cucumbers are good for a lot of stuff. It's potassium and it's good for if you're getting dehydrated and stuff. And it's good drink too.
Sorry.
Hi. Come on. Oh. Here's my old guy here.
I love your cats. I like how they're, well, except for your tiger one, and the rest of them are all black and white.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry about my phone. I forgot to turn it down. Now I feel bad. That's one of the first things I do.
Oh, I forget a lot of times. That's why I said that stupid monitor. It will never, it goes off like every 15 minutes, no matter what I do. And I think I know what it is. It's because the patch this is made out of, it's breaking me out really bad.
Ooh.
So it's not getting a good signal.
Like I said, you're probably allergic to that glue that they stick on with.
Yeah. And when this thing goes on, it goes on. When I pull it off, it actually leaves marks, really bad red marks. So I'll be glad when that thing's over.
I don't blame you.
And I don't know if it's actually getting signals because it's always going off every 15 minutes saying, "Oh, we can't get a signal."
I've never had to do it myself, but I watched Bigfoot go through it for like 3 days, I think. And I thought he was going to go through the roof. Harvest Mary Moon said that her daughter's helping her upload the video with a massive amount of water.
Oh, yeah.
That hurricane. I'm glad that you're safe, though, and you're able to be here with us tonight.
So do you still have power, Harvest Mary Moon? Because Jeff's out of power right now. He tried to make it. It was about 5 minutes or so to go, and then his power went out.
Yeah, he had no choice at that point. Just
when we were talking, the lights were flickering. So he says, "I don't know if we'll be making it or not," and then it went off.
Nose picking, Bigfoot and Cashew and a bunch of other people are raising a ruckus in the chat. Nose picking put out a good video today.
Is he picking on me again?
No, this is a serious one. Yeah.
Oh, it's actually in North Carolina now.
Yeah, Life with Bobby. Yeah, he lost his power. They're right in that line of. Now, wasn't it Bear? But didn't Bear say something about never actually like being there or seeing one or like being in the spot where one went through, like himself?
Yeah, he's been through them being on the coast, but he's not been down at the coast.
Okay. Now he lost power. This stinks.
Yeah, he said he didn't want because he said he could go on his phone, but he doesn't want to waste the battery on his phone in case it's out for a long period of time. Because soon as he left from StreamYard, he called me up and said what was going on.
Yeah, they're safe though.
Okay.
Salt always blowing. Yeah, the salt air is crusted
Yeah.
up. That makes the transformers blow. They make a huge pop when they blow.
Oh yeah.
Like first, like I know now because I've had it happen so many times where I've lived. I'll hear the buzzing and I'll call the electric company when that
It's
happens.
about ready to go.
And I'm telling them, look, I can hear the buzzing. I know what it sounds like because I've heard
They
those.
won't come though until it actually blows.
And that's what they told me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm like, well, that's a bunch of crap.
Yeah.
I thought I was doing them and us a favor, but no, they gotta wait until it blows.
Yeah. Before I end the stream here, I just want to, because I'm going to say this a lot, so you guys probably get tired of me saying it. With little ones and kids and stuff, Halloween, there is a very bad candy out. It's not candy, but it's in a same package and everything. And like in California, this year alone, overdoses have went up 1,700%, and that's not a typo. 1,700% this year, just in California. And this candy is already in 17 states. So be on the lookout, because you can just touch this stuff and pass out and have an overdose from this stuff.
So solutions are with your family and friends circle in your neighborhood, get together, make some cookies, they online, like Pinterest, YouTube, have the coolest kids and adults recipes and how to do step by step to make the funnest, if that's even a word, the funnest finger foods, candies, and have a harvest festival at home. Use your backyard, have a fire, keep an adult there at all times at the bobbing for apples, but bob for apples, have fun. Maybe just stay in your neighborhood group, but make sure, even your neighborhood, though, you don't know.
Yeah, and I had somebody tell me that I had something against Halloween. I said, I don't have anything against Halloween.
It's a safety issue right now.
Well,
remember when we were kids, they would find pins, the straight pins in candy.
And some, they had razor blades and apples.
Yep.
There were some things you just didn't touch when you went home and you had to separate your candies and your parents. Well, most parents, I didn't have this, but they would go through your candies and check your packages and make sure they were airtight. And then like the popcorn balls, they would get tossed in the trash
and
because they were open.
The kids had fun making
apples and stuff, and unless you knew the person who gave it to you, really, really well, then apples would go in the trash.
Yeah, but there's no reason that you still can't have fun with those kiddos. Watch a movie, have a backyard fire. If you can't have a fire where you live, there's always s'mores that you can make on the stove or in the microwave, right? Invite some friends over. 101, have fun with it. Activities.
I hate these stupid pop-up things. Let me find another one.
What day does Is that
Shift Kicker had the link earlier.
Let me grab it. I'm right there.
Here we go.
You got it?
Well, let me share it. Well, I'll put the link in here too. This is from well, I'll do it anyway. It's a government website.
Oh. Everybody grab that and he'll take it out.
There, now I moved it so it doesn't show. Now these look just like a candy, and they're packaged in it, which I don't understand why they don't show the packaging they came in, because I've seen the bags. Maybe it's on the next slide. Oh, this is one of them, but yeah, that's this is a one you really have to watch out for this here. Because I mean, you have a kid and they see that looks like candy to me.
It looks like candy to me. It's actually making my mouth water a little bit just looking at it as an adult. So I can't imagine what a kid would do. Just big handful. That's not good. People.
That's exactly right, Ginger Ninja. Those sweet tarts.
Yep. Or they're called spree. They remind me of the spree.
Yeah, sprees too.
Yeah. Wow.
And that's the thing is, you can just touch those and get infected. It's fentanyl.
It's bad stuff.
Yep.
Hey, TJ.
Hey, TJ.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop 101's link, or you're gonna hang out.
Oh, he's already going, isn't he?
Yeah.
Whoops.
I just dropped his link.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I want to thank everybody for dropping by.
Thanks for having us, one after the other, and then me again.
Yeah. Thanks, Blake, for jumping up here with me, and Bigfoot when he was over there.
Yeah. And Spruce. Don't forget.
Yep.
Spruce.
Can't forget about Spruce.
Yeah. All right. So
and
all over there.
And I wasn't calling your daughter dumb.
Oh, she knows that. She was out there laughing about it. She loves you. She was out there laughing. Oh my goodness.
And make sure everybody goes over to 101 and say hey.
Yeah.
Thanks, mods, for keeping the riffraff out as usual. And
they were the riffraff tonight.
Yeah.
Did you see them?
Huh? Yeah. Half the stuff I still don't know what they're talking about though. But we will catch you guys later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.